It is freaking beautiful. Oh, what a lovely evening. How you doing, folks? It's the Beast Rider. Taking a ride on a very lovely evening. Got a meeting to attend, and I'm gonna arrive in style. Yeah. Ooh, that is one bumpy turn. So I know that one of the things I tend to harp on a lot is education. I'm a very, very patient person, like an extremely patient person, but I have absolutely zero patience and zero tolerance for idiocy. Nope, none, not a bit. And I've come across quite a lot of idiots in my life, and I mean quite a lot of. It's a shame. And you know what? I mean, I've had my idiot moments too. It's a natural part of being a living human. You know? We do that. We have idiot moments. But I know I've mentioned it in a previous vlog, the term ignorance, which is a perpetual ignorance. It means, you know, not only do you not want to know, or do you not know, but you don't want to know. And you're content living that way. It breeds a lot of awful things, hate being one of them. But this particular vlog is not about hate, thankfully, because I tend not to want to touch that topic. I just don't believe that I have the capacity to do such a thing. Therefore, why bring it up? But it does touch on the idiocy of human beings. Now, I'm not going to try to, you know, broaden your horizons on a massive scope when it comes to this topic. I'm just going to mention an instance that I had with someone that I thought was so much smarter than they were. So I'm talking about this, this book I'm writing. I'm writing a book of interconnected short stories, and I was trying to get some feedback and wondering if I should use the word Stormtrooper. Now, I know what comes to mind when you think of Stormtrooper, but I'm thinking of a more historical sense. And now, the book I'm writing is an alternate history back in the 1800s, 1890s. And I figure, since it's an alternate history, maybe I could get away with it. Now, this one guy turns to me and says, "You can't use Stormtrooper because you'll get sued by George Lucas." And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, Disney will get you too because they own Star Wars now and you can't use Stormtrooper. I'm like, dude, Stormtroopers were around a long time before Star Wars. And he's like, no, George Lucas invented Stormtroopers for Star Wars. It's all over the movies. I'm like, are you serious? Stormtroopers and Stormtroopers existed in the early 1900s. And that was my issue because, you know, my book being in the very, very late 1800s, I didn't see, you know, me being able to use the word since it wasn't one of those terms that was around or at least very much, or historically. You don't really get to see it anywhere. So I didn't, I didn't know what to do. But I know for a fact that Stormtroopers existed before George Lucas. I know this. Saying George Lucas invented Stormtroopers is like saying Obama invented the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Talk about your idiocy, you know? Wake up, people. So he's trying desperately to convince me that stormtroopers did not at all exist. And I say, well, where is your historical documentation to prove it? Knowing, one, that he was not going to be able to produce any historical documents to prove it, considering, you know, we were nowhere near any place he could, unless he used a smartphone. And then, two, that if he did go to look it up, he would be proven wrong. But no, he just fought me. Fought me. The existence of stormtroopers started, I believe, in 1915, but I will put up the accurate information on the screen just so that, you know, everything is copacetic.
The first experimental pioneer assault unit of the German army formed in the spring of 1915, founded by Major Calso and later commanded and refined by Hauptmann Willy Rohr. The methods which Rohr developed form the basis of all modern small unit infantry tactics. Stormtroopers.
Now, Star Wars, coming out in the 1970s, is just a little bit later than you know, early 1900s. And there is no way that George Lucas could have invented stormtroopers. However, considering the fact that I am writing an alternate history, there is a chance that they could have been invented by someone else, because even though some of my stuff is historically accurate, some of it is pure fiction. Therefore, it could be usable. That was my point. Now, what I'm trying to say here is if you are uncertain, if you don't know something, if you don't have all the facts, don't try to act like you do. Because you're just going to sit there and look like a moron in front of all the people who actually do have the facts. It's true. And I'm not just saying this to try to prove that I'm smarter than the average bear. I'm trying to tell you this because I've learned from my mistakes. I've done it myself back when I was in like high school and college and stuff, you know. It's happened. I'm not perfect. People need to educate themselves. Educate themselves. Okay, so you may not be a big history buff. I'm not a gigantic history buff, but I do know quite a bit because I listen. I paid attention sometimes in school, sort of. I've read a lot of books. I mean, a lot of books. A whole lot of books. Does that make me smarter than anybody? Nah, not really. Does that make anybody smarter than me? Nah, not really. I mean, me, I was into science. I love science. Hated math. So am I the ultimate historian? Nope. But I at least know enough to keep my facts straight. And if I don't, I'll either ask or simply say I don't know or not bring it up, at least these days. So yeah, educate yourselves. And George Lucas, as much as I love the man and appreciate all that he's done for us, you know, me and my fellow geeks, he did not invent the Stormtrooper. Think about that. Mull it over. And I'm going to deal with this. I was doing so well, and then the traffic hit. Damn it. Alrighty. That's enough for me. I am just going to sign off by saying this is the Beast Rider, reminding you to ride safe, avoid traffic, watch out for stormtroopers, and stay classy.